Hey, you sound great. Oh, hey, welcome everybody to Three Mo Bros, where you get actually all three Mo Bros. How fantastic is that? I'm so excited. We're all here. All right, so we've had all of our one-on-ones now to try to make sure everybody knows who everybody else is. And we've had a few episodes where people haven't been able to make it for whatever reason, but we're all here now, and that makes me real happy. Um, Hold on. It shows there's no volume coming through. Go ahead and
No
talk.
what?
Somebody talk. Okay, all right.
I don't want to talk.
They couldn't
Okay,
hear you for
maybe
a
I do.
minute. I'm so bad at this. I'm the worst podcaster ever. Anyway,
Nah.
I think
There's
we're
some
all
guy
here
in the
now.
basement.
Just remember, there's like 10-year-old kids out there doing review channels. So
Just of Minecraft.
Yeah. You're so bad you live in your parents' basement. Remember
This is
that?
true,
Remember that
Dad.
when you were a kid
I'm
and you
14,
played games,
of course I am.
and everybody who was better than you was this fucking old guy that'll never amount to anything because always really great at his video games, but used to just like throw the beat down on people you were better than. I always remember being
That
like
or
that when I was a kid.
I was
The,
always courteous and kind to everyone I played with online.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
yeah, okay.
All right.
I always
Well,
wished them luck and offered them nothing but kind words.
there you go. Well, now that everybody can hear you, I think based on everybody's schedules, this Thursday night thing, Thursdays at 9 is what we're really shooting for. But I think that's going to wind up being a really good time for us every week. And of course, next week I'm getting ready to start my Thursdays at work. So we may either try to adjust or just miss the next couple Thursdays. But anyway, now that everybody can hear everybody else, orangutan, I fixed your spelling on the side of the screen there.
I'll be the judge of that.
Another week, another show. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you, sir?
Real good. What you been playing?
Not much because I've been working all week, but when I do get on, it's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Yeah, I've been streaming that the past couple nights whenever I'm able to get on. I've had a few visitors and watchers. It's been pretty great. Having a good time. What about you, Caboose?
Cyberpunk. I've been diving back into the world of terrible release and CD Projekt Red.
I've been meaning to ask you about that because I keep seeing stuff about new updates and stuff. Have you noticed anything?
Not really. So I spent like just over 100 hours when the game first released, and
Yeah.
I had a few like drops and issues like that, but nothing the sort that people were upset with.
None of the original complaints being fixed or addressed. Just more of the same.
Most of them, I believe, are fixed. As of right now, it's just same old Cyberpunk.
Solid.
Like, I'm sure I just restarted, so I'm sure like down the line I'm gonna run into like major weapon fixes and glitches and armor and stuff like that.
There were several like mission glitches where like you couldn't progress for some reason, and you had to like either reboot the game or it just there were no fixes at the time. I
So
don't remember what they were specifically, but
there were a couple of side missions that kept me from getting 100% on my first run. So if I stick with it long enough, I'm sure I'll run into those being fixed. But those were pretty far down the line in game type missions. So I don't know if I'll stick around that long for it.
Well, and you even played that your initial run through on a 1S, right?
Yes. Yep.
So you feel like you're probably loving those load times on a Series S comparatively.
The load times are insanely good.
that's a
The
good point.
graphics compared to the original 1S are fantastic. So I haven't run into anybody T-posing yet. That's my ultimate goal, is to find the T-poser.
What about the silhouette of the run?
Can't say I
You
know
know
what
what
you're
you
talking
know what I'm
about there,
talking
friend.
about?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? The
Mm,
Woody run? Like if you're running with the sun behind you and your shadow looks like Woody from Toy Story is running.
Oh
I'll have
no,
to go
I
check
haven't
that out.
had that. My
God,
only
it's super bad.
it was just room after room of floating studded dildos. That was the only bug I had in the entire game, was just all the
That
floating
wasn't a bug.
dildos.
That was
That wasn't a bug. That was
when you were
intentional.
playing.
Amazing. I had the only special weapon I think I got was from with sleeping with the prostitute, and you got the Sir John's phallus.
You were looking for that one.
You saw that on the tutorial. That's on you.
you looked up the playthrough for that one, and you were very satisfied.
It's true.
Well, Astros, what are you playing these days? Besides
Hold on,
that
I'm dealing with
game
my
that's in the background
toddler.
right now.
Go ahead and vamp.
Toddler breakdown.
Oh, you want to talk about vamping?
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, I was just trying to figure out what vamping was. Is that where you suck the blood of the innocent?
I think so, actually. Yeah.
I think that's how you get in trouble with a blade. Isn't that
Is it?
how Wesley
Is
Snipes comes for you?
is vamping the correct verb for that?
I don't think so.
I don't see why not. What are you, vampiring?
I don't know. I just meant that I wanted you to talk, and don't try to make me talk while I'm dealing with my toddler.
And then
Make
what
him talk.
happened?
Make him talk. Oh, sorry.
Hello? Oh
What
my
happened? We
god.
got
Can
to talking.
people not hear me again?
Oh no, we lost Jeffrey.
No, I think it's fine.
Oh, okay.
God, this
Good
is
news,
so
guys. We
frustrating.
didn't lose Jeffrey.
Hearing you earlier when I had it pulled up.
You want to know what I just did? So professional podcasting happening right here. So I'm watching I'm watching the YouTube stream, and when I'm talking, my bubble's not lighting up because it's delayed. So that was real fun.
Perfect.
And everybody heard me not know what the hell I'm doing. So anyway, so let's get into some topics.
Listen. Yeah, no, let's go. What are we talking about? There's actually quite a lot to talk about.
Yeah, so the first thing I have on my list is Xbox straight out coming out and saying, hey, not only is Call of Duty going to remain on PlayStation for the duration of the contracts that are already in place, but we're even going to put COD on PlayStation beyond those contracts. So I don't know if it means like for the rest of forever, as long as Call of Duty is a thing, it's also going to be on PlayStation. That's certainly what it sounds like.
They definitely made it seem, at least the way I read the article, was for sure the next 3 titles of COD will be multi-platform. And the way the full article read was that Xbox plans on just leaving Activision as a multi-platform.
Right. The
Just maybe
same
giving
with
Xbox like early access type
They have
type titles, kind of like Sony did with
They have to.
Bungie.
Destiny.
Yeah.
You know why they're doing it, though, right?
Well, I personally,
They're
my opinion is that they're doing it for FTC.
Exactly. They don't want to get sued for a monopoly or have their regulators, watchdogs, or whatever take away their access to it or their legitimacy of buying it. So
The monopoly
they
thing
have
is,
to.
especially if they're measured in the market of gaming in general, even after, like, if this all gets confirmed and goes through, Microsoft will still only be third behind Tencent and Sony. So I don't think they're even close to worrying about a monopoly unless the FTC looks into things like cloud gaming, which even Sony has um, a memo out, essentially agreeing with MS to do a lot of work for like PS Now and the new Project Spartacus on Azure servers. So if they decide to look at that and say, now, hey, you're, essentially in the realm of cloud gaming and gaming services, you guys are trying to get a monopoly, then it could get hairy. But in the realm of like gaming as a whole, they're not even close. And you have to
Well,
look
it's
at
either that or the federal government realizes how many people play Call of Duty, how many of the gaming community plays Call of Duty, and they're keeping that as a metric and judging that off of how it's considered a monopoly. Because it's not going to be considered a monopoly based off the general population, but they would be basing it off of the general population that is gamers and how many of those gamers play Call of Duty.
I don't think they're gonna, because I don't think they personally care about that. It's all about whether or not
They care about everything.
it's whether or not there's competition. So is if Call of Duty, like, how do I say this? So if you made Call of Duty alone, there's still games that on a regular basis have way larger player bases and make way more money. Like, free to play games, dude, is insane. Which is why I think Warzone was always going to stay on PlayStation, especially since it was already there to begin with. But and they've always said that they won't tear a game from another platform that's already there.
At least not right now.
Right. But it sounds to me like even like the annual installations are going to stay multi-plat for the foreseeable future. But I have said since, maybe a couple weeks after like really hearing about it, just kind of thinking about it, to me, like, they can let King Games and all their mobile stuff and Call of Duty, like, just let that stuff rake in money. Like, put it everywhere that'll take it and let that stuff make money for you. Even though I know like Microsoft is a $2.5 trillion company, could afford to take the hit of pulling it off everywhere. Like, what do they care about $1 billion from one platform when they make, $2.5 thousand billion? Like, it's just absurd amounts of zeros that we're talking here. But what's killer to me is if they do revive a lot of that older IP stuff, like Tony Hawk and Guitar Hero and Spyro, and make more Crash games, and they make that stuff exclusive to Xbox and day one in Game Pass. Like, That could be really cool.
Didn't we just get a Tony Hawk revival?
1 and
didn't they
2
just
remastered.
yeah.
Yep, which makes me
Yeah,
think
so
that might
I
be
think
When was that?
it's a couple
last
years
year
ago.
sometime.
Yeah,
Last
I was
year?
gonna say
Yeah.
a year or
It's
two ago.
pretty recent.
Because it
I
had
would say
Series
that's
S
just
and X and PS5 versions.
yeah, I would say
I think
that's
it was
probably
this
just
year.
a sign of what they're looking to do and what's to come.
Yeah. Well, now, like, I can't wait for that first day that Activision is part of Xbox, and like Phil and Aaron Greenberg and Matt Booty and like whoever executives that like he wants to take with him can all go and talk to Mikey Barra and Rod Ferguson, who used to be Xbox employees and now they both work at Blizzard, and say, like, what do y'all want to make? Like, I know right now, like, your whole team's on Diablo 4, but, and Blizzard has already announced one brand new IP that they're trying to get people to want to come work at. Some kind of forest survival game that looks pretty cool. But they're going to do all the same stuff to Raven and High Moon, um, Sledgehammer games. Like, do you guys want to make Call of Duty? That's all you've been doing is just Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty year after year.
I think I would get bored of it if I'm a game developer and all I'm doing is Call of Duty every 5 minutes.
Absolutely. I
So,
mean,
It's not just that too, right? Like we have all of the not all, but what am I trying to say? Like we're talking four companies worth of people on Call of Duty, if not 5.
right?
And like one of those companies has to have some kind of idea or like original idea that they want to be a part of.
Yeah. So
well, it's
I think
one thing
what
to have
they'll
an idea, but another to have a good idea, though.
I mean, that's also true, but if we're talking like 5 developers, like not a single one of those has wanted to branch off under Activision.
I mean, they have said it. Matt Booty, who is the head of Xbox Game Studios at this moment,
Sorry,
has
what's his
said
name?
Matt Booty, exactly how it sounds.
That poor bastard.
There it
Yeah.
is. Yep.
He has said like we stay relatively hands off. He was like, if they come to us with a game and they say this is what we want to make, then like we say okay, that sounds great. You know, unless there's maybe some suggestions that we can make for say um mechanics or setting or whatever. We just make suggestions and maybe how they can kind of flesh things out and whatever. But he has personally said in interviews and stuff that we rarely, if ever, have ever just flat out told the studio, no, you can't make that game, because they want them to maintain that creative freedom.
Yeah, they're very I won't say hands off, but they're very, very open to titles that get released.
Right.
I have something real quick about names that keep popping up. I don't know if we're ready to move on, but I have
No,
something
go
that
for it.
might. I have an opinion on something that popped up that might piss off Astros, if that sounds interesting to anybody.
Oh yeah, let's go. I'll hear it.
So I saw this a day ago, and I was like, "Ooh, I need to bring this up." Let me find it again. Oh shoot, there it was. So according to what is this website? Video Games Chronicle. I don't know where the original article is. I always find these in like third-party
Yeah, no, it's cool. I
website.
like VGC. A lot of times they'll put the source right in
That's
their
what I'm looking
article.
for. I'm trying to find the
They're usually very good.
original article, but it says the headline is Phil Spencer wants to make Starfield the most played Bethesda game ever. However, a paragraph into it, it says Phil Spencer said he's aiming to make Starfield Bethesda's most played game to date. However, 2 paragraphs in, it says will not be sold or is going to be Xbox exclusive though.
Yeah, so
How then?
well,
If you can't play it on other platforms, is it going to be the most played game in Bethesda's history? If it's not going to be released to the other 3 platforms out there, or 2
and
other platforms out there.
let me blow your mind even more. In a console shortage, it is only a next gen game. It will not be on Xbox One. So your choices are Xbox Series console, PC, or for whatever insane reason somebody would want to, mobile.
Right. No, it's ridiculous. Now, it will be on Game Pass day one, but that doesn't fucking mean anything if you can't play it on another platform or on a previous generation Xbox.
Let's see. What's the metric you want to try to wager this by? Sales?
Well, that's what they're... I don't know what they're... if they're measuring it by players.
They have to be, because it's all about player engagement.
Right. That's usually how they do it. I mean, especially since it's going to be on Game Pass, it's not going to be based off of sales.
So to this point, when is this article written?
I gotcha.
January 15th of 2020. Skyrim has 30 million.
Yep. 2 days ago, I see 30 million copies since 2011 release.
So,
but that's on how many platforms?
There are over 25 million Game Pass subscribers alone. So if every single one of those people try out Starfield, then you're there. I mean, aside from the people that are gonna buy it on Steam and stuff, or the people who choose not to use Game Pass and just buy it physical, or a physical copy, or buy a digital download on Xbox.
I think he's shooting himself in the foot. But I mean, they should have done the same route that they did with this is foreboding for Activision, because the Bethesda games are still available on PlayStation. Older Bethesda games, but newer Bethesda games won't be available on PlayStation. How long before Call of Duty games new Call of Duty games aren't available after this whole FTC and Watchdog bullshit goes away, until they pull them from new games from future PlayStation consoles?
See, I don't think they're going to, man. I think they don't.
Well,
they don't want to piss off.
I know. That was the whole article that they released, though. Like, that's I don't remember the name or where it came from. Whatever you shared, Joe.
They do not want to piss off the FTC. And if they go out here and say, hey, every Call of Duty, even beyond all of Sony's contracts and stuff, are going to be on PlayStation, and then as soon as the FTC gives the green light for the deal, they go and they pull all that stuff, the next time they go out for a Take-Two or an Ubisoft or a Square Enix, the FTC is going to tell them to go fuck themselves, because they weren't able to keep their their word.
I think this dude is contradicting himself in many different ways. with everything that he says. Just in this article alone, I mean, it could be that his plans are completely different, but just what he's telling or what he's saying or quoting or quoted as saying in this article, I want more people to be playing World of Warcraft in 5 years that are playing today. I want more people to be playing Call of Duty in 5 years, more people to be playing Candy Crush in 5 years. However, 6 paragraphs back, it says it won't be released on Starfield, and I doubt any Elder Scrolls or Fallout games in the future will be released on PlayStation if it follows Starfield's example.
That's correct.
And I feel like, or I think, based off of Bethesda's example, that the next iteration of Call of Duty games after the next 5 years or whatever, they won't be available on PlayStation. And I think he's contradicting himself. I think it's going to hurt him.
I think
Go ahead.
COD's going to stay multi-platform.
I'm not betting on it.
Microsoft wouldn't have put out as big of a statement with the article that they dropped if they had intentions of pulling it.
Well, I'm not saying the intentions are immediate. I think in the next 5 years, they're gonna wait for the hype to die down that people are afraid that they won't be able to play their Call of Duty games on PlayStation anymore, and then they'll pull them, and then it'll cause a whole new uprising. But then that'll die down, and they'll buy something else, and then they'll probably repeat the cycle.
Yeah, because they've said they're not done. They want to make more acquisitions and
100%.
Didn't Sony start releasing more details on their like PS Plus program?
That's what Project Spartacus is going to be. There's like there's a thing out there now that's basically says the what the fuck am I trying to say? Like
I'm gonna bow out for a second. I'll be back.
I mean, they basically have shown the tiers for Project Spartacus, and it's like Project Spartacus the way PS Plus is.
Gotcha.
And then there's basically PS Plus plus PS Now, and then there's PS Plus plus PS Now plus eventually PS5 games.
Gotcha. So did they finally release like titles? Like title names for that, or is it still like up in the air as to what they're going to release?
It hasn't been officially announced.
Gotcha.
Project Spartacus
so it's all still rumors then.
Is only its code name.
Gotcha.
If I can find that let's see if I can find that image, because it's pretty cool. I actually think it will be a decent service. I don't subscribe currently to PS Now.
Is there any reason to though?
I don't. I guess it's got some like older PS3 games and stuff in it, which might be pretty cool. There's some games in there I've never played. I just want to find this. All I see is Spartacus, the TV show stuff. Well, anyway, unless you have anything for the good of the order on that, we can move on.
No, I think I pretty much.
How familiar are you with Scalebound?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to pull up something on the fly here, and it's probably gonna
go for it. Do you have a link or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can capture a window.
Go for it.
And put it up right here
while
from my browser.
While you're talking about that, I have some excuse me. Um, some not really gaming news, but entertainment industry news.
Yeah.
Hulu has is apparently in the works to get OG voice actors for Futurama, and they are going to reboot that series
Dude, I
in
saw that.
2023.
Dude, it made me
Um,
so happy.
I'm excited. It's been a long time coming for that. I'm gonna step away for a second.
All right, bro.
All right, I'm back. But yeah, I saw that yesterday and very hyped. Huge Futurama fan.
All right, so here is some scalebound gameplay. It should be popping up here on the YouTube stream momentarily.
Gotcha.
So it was basically like you were a dragon rider fighting like, you know, building sized monsters, and it was co-op and all this stuff, but there was tons of like, I don't even know if you want to call it issues or whatever, where there was rumors of them like misappropriating money from Xbox, which I think has gone to show that it was false. Essentially, Xbox really wanted them to use Unreal Engine for the game, and they weren't very experienced with that. Um, so they were having a hard time meeting their goals and having the scope of the game be everything that they wanted it to be, and all that. And anyway, long story short, as you're aware, they shut the game down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean that was years ago now. But the reason I bring it up is because the the leader of that studio. Let me pull up this guy's name. Atsushi Inaba. Oh, it's right. Hideki Kamiya has been wanting to work on Scalebound again for a while, and so like this dude's been in Phil Spencer's Twitter mentions like a ex-girlfriend that won't go away. Wanted to work on this game again with Phil.
Yeah. Hopefully
So
they can talk or get into talks about it. It looks like a pretty decent little game.
it definitely looked fun. Honestly, like Xbox owns the IP, so I think if they were ever going to like get it going again, it would be by a first party studio. I guess they could always go and try to get to work with Platinum Games again. I just wonder if they weren't too burned, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if they don't go with Platinum Games, like this would be a fun little game for
Hey, can you still hear me?
like someone. Yes.
My computer's about to lock up.
Oh no.
So if the stream crashes, I'll bring us back as soon as I can.
um. Yeah, I think even if they go with a couple of their smaller indie titles, like and just give them what's already been created and let them, you know, play the story out and finish, essentially just finish, like that could end up being a decent little indie title for Xbox.
Right, for sure. So yeah, that was gonna be a short one. That's okay though. The last thing that I have, um, is I had to look up how to pronounce this guy's name. Tameem Antionides is the studio head at Ninja Theory, and I'll put this article down in the description, because there's a lot of really good information in it about his career as a developer and a lot of things that he went through, and just learning how to develop games and stuff. Um, but he says in the article, and the main point that I want to talk about is him saying that Hellblade 2 isn't just about perfecting the formula that Hellblade 1 built, but it's about like making everything look more realistic and the scope of everything being bigger. And then he ends it all off by saying that Hellblade 2 is going to make Hellblade 1 look like an indie game, which is comical because it was an indie game. It was independently published by Ninja Theory. But
Nice.
it's still like, it's really cool, in my opinion, that they're saying, like, look, we want to show you that there's going to be a massive difference between what we could do as an independently owned studio and what we're going to be able to do now that we're first party with Microsoft. And that makes me really excited. And I don't know, have you seen the the gameplay that they showed at E3?
I have not kept up on any E3 content.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let this blow your mind, because it's pretty wild. Let me make this 1080p. Perfect. Because I thought this was freaking stunning. It's like easily the best looking game I've ever seen. And this was shown, not E3. I'm sorry, this was shown at the Game Awards in December.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And even the host, whose name escapes me entirely, and that's really disappointing. Who's kind of known for being much more of a PlayStation fan than an Xbox fan, has said, like, he was like, this is the best looking game I've ever seen, like, graphically. And it's like, I watched them record this gameplay footage, like, controller in hand, watching them do it. And he said, so it's real deal gameplay. He said they recorded it the morning of that they were filming the footage, or just the day before. So they literally, like, brought in the capture team and took the capture of it right off of Series X. And it's still insane to me. This is probably like the 15th or 20th time I've watched it. It still blows me away.
That's good though. That's what we need to start expecting from AAA titles, not just oh hey, here's this really cool name with a couple of CGI fight scenes, and then the game is just absolute trash.
Well, I mean, that's what we're experiencing now with Crossfire X. I don't know if you've even downloaded that to try it, but apparently it's hot garbage.
No, I have not looked at it.
You can't even get the so they came with 2 single player campaigns, and one of them is in Game Pass and one isn't. So I think their hope was that you would Crossfire X, the multiplayer is free to play. Then I think they were hoping that you could download the one operation from Game Pass, and then if you liked that, that would lead you to go out and pay $25 or whatever it is for the other single player campaign. Excuse me. And
I don't think I would ever do something that silly.
you can't even get it to install. I tried because I woke up this morning knowing that it had come out yesterday. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just install it and give it a shot. And I have zero interest in the multiplayer, but I really wanted that the single player campaign made by Remedy to be pretty cool. And you can't even install it.
Just a fat no-go, huh?
It
That's funny.
it doesn't even try. It like you click install and it's like, you mean right now? And you're like, yeah, right now. And it's like, nope. So
That's great.
yeah.
No, I'll have to go try it and see what it says. That's funny.
But anyways, yeah. If you guys are here or listen to this on playback, go find that article. It was NME is who Tameem did the interview with, and the writer is really great and just does a really good job making the article a really kind of fun and engaging read. And if you've never like listened to the guy talk, he totally belongs on one of those apps that like has people with soothing voices tell stories that make you go to sleep. Like his voice is just soothing as a motherfucker, and I love it. Dreadnought Diaries, if you're ever bored and looking for something to do, the Dreadnought Diaries are the vlogs made by Ninja Theory, and they're all awesome. They've got a few on how they made. Yeah, they've got a few on how they made Hellblade. One, I think, on how they did all the capture for Hellblade 2. They took a voxel team to Iceland, I think, and did all the like scanned a bunch of real footage in Iceland and I think in the Netherlands too, so that they could get like, you know, real textures and stuff, so that what they were showing was as legit as humanly possible. And they created their own device for scanning in textures. So, like for, man, I think I am having a stroke today. I can't think of any of the words I want to use. The Senua, the main character in Hellblade, so they like physically had a costume artist sew together her outfit and then physically scanned that into a computer system versus having a designer make it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Just
that's insane. Actually really cool.
So
hey guys,
I feel like we should be doing that with more like costume ideas instead of just having it like a recreation. Like just give it that, like scan the comic books in and just let us have that.
Oh sure. Have you seen what X-Men uniforms look like?
I mean,
cosplays are like movie quality. It's okay that mine's not movie quality.
No, look at the yellow spandex that is the X-Men uniform or costume.
Listen, I would have paid multiple times to go see Hugh Jackman in one of those and Wolverine anytime.
Like a classic Wolverine.
Yeah. That'd have been hilarious.
Jackman.
Speaking of jacking men, Ryan Reynolds is coming out with a new movie in March with Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, I saw the trailer
about
for
space
it today.
Travel. Yeah, it looks intense.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Love that guy.
I just got kicked out of my bedroom for podcasting.
Wow, what a go get.
So
like a true podcaster.
There you go. So Nick, what was the would you remind me again? What was that topic you wanted to talk about?
So
Wait, wait,
I
wait,
have
wait,
two.
wait, 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 wait. Before we do that, you guys were talking about trailers just like half a second ago.
Yeah, dude.
Or
I mean, I was.
did you watch the Jurassic World Dominion trailer that dropped
Looks
today?
dumb
Oh
as fuck.
no.
What?
Yeah, I
It
didn't
looks
see it.
absolutely fucking retarded.
What are you talking about? It looked amazing.
No, absolutely not.
Are you? Who are you?
No, I sat down and watched it. I'm just giving you shit. I want to make you have a heart
I
attack.
almost cried. I thought our
This
friendship
is-
was over.
This is your personal attack on Jeffrey that I do to you.
Oh, that's good. All right, I'm for that.
No, yeah, I saw it. It was different. I haven't really been interested in Jurassic anything for a while, so
Okay,
I'm
but
gonna let you have this one.
Sam Neill is back, baby. Come
I
on,
mean,
Dr. Alan Grant is back.
that's cool, but like, I'm not gonna go see it.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. You can be very upset.
Mm.
That's
He
fine.
walks into the tent and says, Dr. Stadler. And she turns around and says, Dr. Alan Grant. And I just gasmed. I'm just going to say it right now. I don't care who hears it. I don't care if a family member is
Oh
listening
my
to this now.
god.
That I was very excited.
I don't get me wrong. It's very cool that they got him to come back and that he's in a Jurassic title. I haven't been interested in that series.
Did you see Blue running around with her little baby raptor?
Yeah.
Come on.
Does Jeff Goldblum get to come too?
He does. He's in it too.
That's exciting.
Yes. And he's wearing his leather jacket, if I'm correct, if I'm remembering it right, or if I'm just like projecting my own hopes and dreams into it. But and if I'm not wrong, he was sitting sideways with his knee up. No, he wasn't doing that. But
Now you're
there
just
was
projecting.
what I did not project from the original movie was the Dilophosaurus is back, baby.
The what?
I did not see that.
You didn't see the Dilophosaurus?
I did not see the Dilophosaurus.
I saw the Dilophosaurus in the trailer and I was like, again, another jizzgasm.
Very nice. Very nice. It, like I said, it won't make me go see it, but I'm very happy for you.
Oh, you're disgusting. I'm gonna have to stop talking for like 5 seconds.
That's fine. So, since we're on the topic of entertainment again,
I didn't mean to
Book of Boba
interrupt. I'm
Fett.
sorry. I just got really excited about that.
Book of Boba Fett season finale.
Yes.
Yep. I have not watched the final episode yet, but I am very excited to finish that up and move on.
Still only seeing the first episode.
Who are you people? And I need to start my own 3 Mo Bros with 2 people.
Actual nerds.
With blackjack and hookers.
For this stuff. With blackjack and hookers. Yeah, that was a great transition back to Futurama, by the way.
Did you hear that?
Who are you?
I'm so happy, dude. No,
had the
I said
podcast up. I
I'm
listened to
just
it.
giving you shit.
When
I want to make you have a heart
I
attack.
almost cried. I thought our
This
friendship
is-
was over.
Lang, you'll correct me on this. Is it March or May for Obi-Wan?
May 25th.
May 25th. That's what it was. Okay.
Because some dude on the team leaked it accidentally as May of 2022, and then Disney Plus was like, "Idiot," and they had to bring out the promos early.
That's funny.
Hey,
Yeah,
I gotta step away for just a second. I'll be right back.
No,
Yeah,
go
you're
for it,
good.
Jeff.
He tried to recant it by saying, "No, I was talking about some kind of Lego toy being released." And
Yeah, I'm
everyone's
sure
like,
he did.
No, you straight up said hashtag Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, what a fucking...
You big
I mean,
dumb.
I'm glad that we're getting promos on it and we have a release date, but fuck
Wait.
that guy, man.
No, Fuck Disney for shutting him down. I think that, and also, I saw it. I didn't read into it, but I saw Zoe Saldana got in trouble with Disney or Marvel for posting something about Guardians 3, and she had to like immediately delete the tweet or Instagram post. I don't remember
I
what. I think it
haven't.
was like a set photo or something, but she got in trouble like big time.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on that. I mean, I'm sure she did.
I think it's getting like swept up real quick. So
I would say
I'm gonna look it up.
if they're on top of that much, like if they're keeping up with it that high, then there's going to be some kind of huge crossover there.
I am.
Like we're getting something out of it.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana had to delete an Instagram post after getting in trouble with Marvel. Posted something that the studio thought leaked a little too much information. Showed a video of partial makeup for her character, but it wasn't green paint. Oh no, it wasn't the green paint. Sorry, it was a misdirect by the
The hell are we
thing.
talking
I'm
about right now?
looking at this post. I don't see anything crazy.
Zoe Saldana from Guardians got in trouble with Marvel for leaking, I believe, a set photo
Oh,
on
here
Instagram.
it is.
Hmm.
Okay, it's been heavily edited, but she was flipping through the binder of like shot, uh, uh, like shot. What's the word I'm looking for? Shot plans or scripting and all that stuff. And she was just flipping through the entire binder, and people were trying to decipher it and take it, like, read it.
Gotcha.
Do people not know how nerds work at this day and age?
I know
Like,
it is 2022. People can flip stuff around, edit out the color to get just the pixels, and then break it down on their computer with an AI deep learning sim. And they'll get the entire script from an Instagram post.
yeah, the first thing people do is they just frame by frame. That's what we're doing.
Up and somebody was able to decipher it before it was taken off.
Oh,
But
no, here we go.
it was only filled with dates and filming blocks. So who cares? She got in trouble for it though. Poor girl. She just wanted to be
Yeah,
popular.
I mean, she kind of deserves it.
No, she's an angel.
Nah.
I'm sure that Disney did not like scold her.
I think they took her to the
I'm sure they
back room
definitely
and beat her
didn't do
with
what they
reeds.
did.
Hey, choose your next
Gina.
words carefully, Lang.
Beat her with reeds. What did you think I was going to say?
I was just
I
making
think that-
sure.
That's on you, not me. That says a lot about you, not me, sir.
Not me.
Good.
All right, Jeff. Now that you're
Choose
back,
your word.
I want to get your opinion. Lang, you won't give a shit either way.
I've given enough opinion for tonight.
Me and you kind of talked about this before the podcast, but Rockstar has officially released that GTA 6 is well into production. So we will be getting that.
At least we know now that, they didn't just like start working on the next gen upgrade for GTA 5 to come out in 2027 or like 2028. We're actually going to get a GTA 6 now, which is fantastic because I was getting really sick of them just milking GTA 5. Because honestly, I don't give a shit about GTA Online. I never have. I played it for a little bit and it was like all well and good, but just maybe not my thing. Like, I need more single player GTA or even like co-op story, but
That'd be cool to do a co-op story, especially with like the way GTA 5 was set up, is all three characters. Like each of us could play a different character. That'd be cool.
it would be awesome if you had a party that was like AI when you didn't have like people playing with you.
So with that, Rockstar has also one of their sub companies, Take Two, who have worked on LA Noire, Max Payne, and Midnight Club have been talking about releasing some older IPs, and those were the top three that were talked about. So may or may not see a Max Payne or Midnight Club in the near future.
I believe my initial quote was, "I'd fuck a goat for Max Payne 4."
I believe it was, sir.
I fucking love Max Payne games.
I love Midnight Club. I would love to see anything Midnight Club come out.
Ain't none of y'all old enough to go to the damn club. Sorry. That's all I gotta say about that.
I'm proud of you.
But yeah, I'm glad, because Take-Two as a company is like kind of just skimming the bottom of the barrel at this point. Like, other than Rockstar, I don't know that they have anybody worth a damn.
Well, they just bought Zynga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that? That's so bad.
And I thought they were trying to make themselves a
What
target for acquisition.
purchase.
Well, I mean, go. Here we go. I'm going to Google some more. What is Zynga's net worth?
I mean, it can't be very much. Couple million, maybe. They're very big on mobile games.
They keep getting sanctions and hit with lawsuits by the Federal Gaming Commission because of poker and all that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, some of their biggest mobile games have been poker games, but
$4.5 billion. They almost doubled Take-Two's net worth.
How much did they get acquired for then? There's no way. Like, it couldn't have been that much.
I'm sure it was more. 12.7.
That's impressive.
How much Take-Two paid for Zynga. I can't believe you didn't think it was going to be that much. They're huge.
I really didn't.
Glue is the other one. GLU is another huge publisher.
GLU. I also don't consider mobile gaming to be anything appropriate or worthwhile.
So, but wow, Glue's even more. They're 8.6. Insane. Oh, 8.6 million.
Oh my god. You know, this is disgusting. This thing that I'm looking up right now. I came looking for like bad reviews, and I ended up finding something way worse. I'll wait until you guys are done talking about your thing. This is upsetting. Nobody's going to care about it except me.
Take-Two basically came out and said, like, we're not interested in being acquired by another major company. So
yeah.
I don't know what to do. I really wish somebody like Xbox could go and grab Capcom so that we could have Resident Evil Day 1 on Game Pass and all the stuff that they make. But with how hard it is for American companies to acquire Japanese ones, I think it's going to wind up going to
Jeff, you just got really quiet.
Oh, really? I probably backed off my microphone too much.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that goes. Even LA Noire at this point, I would love to see Take-Two give us any kind of solo. I mean, even PvP at this point, like, give us anything.
I was in love with that game. I am not someone who just 100% games. Like, I just don't do it unless I'm having so much fun playing the game that I just don't want to stop, so I'm looking for other stuff to do. Modern Warfare 2, LA Noire, and now, as of this year, my first platinum trophy was Bloodborne, are the only games I've ever gotten all the achievements or trophies in.
Very
And
nice.
I just had such a blast playing LA Noire. By the
Yeah,
time I did everything else in that game, the only achievement I had left was driving all the cars. I think it had 100 or 150 different vehicles in it, unique vehicles. And so the last achievement that I had left was you had to drive every car.
Yeah,
So,
it'll be interesting. I really hope we get something out of that. I mean, on for your sake, an LA Noire or Max Payne, but for mine, I would love to see a Midnight Club.
I think there's space for that, right? Like we haven't seen we've had um like motorsports and GTs, and then we've had GT Sport and Horizon, but like I don't know that we've had like a Need for Speed Underground or Most Wanted or a Midnight Club like kind of game in a really long time.
Don't you dare forget about Need for Speed Heat, sir.
Yeah, but
You let that dumpster fire burn on.
isn't that more isn't that the whole process of that was that street racing too? I guess I never played it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought
Need
it
for
was
Speed Heat was entirely based on like street racing and like it was like a bad Fast and the Furious storyline.
I just always thought it was just running from the cops. Run from the cops.
Nah. Well, I mean, a lot of your night side racing is because that's just a game mechanic because that's what everyone thinks Need for Speed is anymore.
Yeah.
But
It's all hot pursuit now, regardless of
yeah. It was easily one of the best like EA car customization titles we've had in a very long time.
I know you put an insane amount of time in that game. After it came out, there was a heavy chunk of time where that was all you played.
I love my EA Need for Speeds.
There you go, man.
I don't think there's been any Need for Speed since Carbon that I haven't put at least 70 to 80 hours into. I absolutely love playing those games.
Nice.
So if we get a new Midnight Club, I could very easily see myself sinking 100+ hours into it. Just driving around and playing with the mechanics. Finding just stupid shit to do. So, Lang, what about you? Are you a Max Payne guy?
No, I'm mad at Ubisoft.
Why? What did Ubisoft do to you?
Ubisoft. I went looking for stats on Assassin's Creed Valhalla and hoping to find that it was a piece of shit that nobody liked. But across the board, everybody likes it. And which means people are dumb. And because it's not a fucking Assassin's Creed game. Like, Origins was an Assassin's Creed game. The closest they've gotten in the past 5 years is Odyssey. And even that is a stretch. But Valhalla totally abandons the entire premise of the Assassin's Creed games and just is going off the cuff, willy-nilly, mimbly-bimbly with Vikings, which is cool and all, but don't call it an Assassin's Creed game. And now, because of the success of the DLC that they released like last month, I believe it was.
So it's going to be standalone.
They're going to make a standalone stealth game. Yet they still have delays on. They're still in pre-production or recorded pre-production for Beyond Good and Evil 2. That's never going to fucking happen. Skull and Bones is being delayed again for another 2 years or so. All of their other games are put on hold, but oh no, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that piece of shit is getting a spin-off standalone from a DLC. Ubisoft is going to run itself into the goddamn ground.
Dude, they
And
already started, man, with this Heartland crap and that X Assault or X Force or whatever that game was. That's like the Splinter Cell free to play Division 2 mashup. Like,
Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
it's
looked at it
all
the
going to
other
be
day.
bad, dude. They want to basically abandon all of their mainline games and instead make all what do you call it? Like free to play Fortnite clones of all of them. It's gonna be so awful. I hope the only like I guess kind of cool thing that we know they're doing is they're gonna do what at least sounds to me to be a shot for shot remake of the original Splinter Cell game.
Well, that'd be cool
that's
then.
just a remake or a remaster.
A remake.
Did they
Game is
have
way
they
too old to
said
remaster.
which one?
Oh, I don't know about
it looked
being
like
too old to
number
remaster.
one. If they're gonna do something different, I don't know. But I think they're gonna remake the first game.
That'd be cool though. I mean, I was a fan of
it would be super
fan
cool.
of the older Splinter Cell games. That'd be cool to actually see those come back.
But that's literally the only project that they have going that I give two shits about.
That's fair.
This is a little update that I just now saw. Skull and Bones is said to release sometime after April 2022, which means
sometime.
all of nothing.
All right.
Sometime.
Yeah, but literally,
what else is after April 2022? December of 2025.
Yeah, that's the thing. But just saying
the new console, idiot.
is a huge update.
Yeah, it's gonna be a launch title for the next generation Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah,
they premiered the original E3 gameplay at 2018.
Oh my god!
Essentially,
they're like, look at our water.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially, what they just did to you, Lang, is what Dying Light 2 has been doing for the last, I don't know, 7 years.
Oh. Yeah, but at least that came out, even though
too. Techland was in shambles like 36 months ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dying Light came out, great game, beautiful DLCs. Everyone was hyped about it, and then like there was some, they had like links in some of their DLCs about playing Dying Light 2, and then nothing. Like they're like, all right, it's suspended indefinitely. We're not doing it. And then we never heard anything about it until like last year, when they said it was going to be, or 2 years ago, they said it was going to be delayed indefinitely.
Yeah, but I think the new trend is going to be that we're going to stop seeing all these games 2-3 years ahead of time.
I hope so.
Because they keep showing stuff off and then it changes drastically. And then people cry downgrade or whatever.
Right.
Just shut the fuck up until your game's coming out in like 6 months and you're confident that you can hit the date you set for yourself. And then, ramp up and do this whole like advertising campaign for 6 months about your game and show gameplay footage. And, you never have to do a cheap CGI, good for nothing trailer.
But we won't get any more Craigs.
Yeah, right.
Oh
boy. They were going to release that. That still blows my mind.
If the fact that they paid homage to it makes me happy.
Yeah, put them on those posters. Oh, man. This is the best.
So, one thing before we wrap up, or two things before we wrap up here. I actually had a few more topics than I thought.
Okay.
Battlefield 2042 is facing 2,500 civil lawsuits for being just a trash fucking game.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that petition. They're trying to get people to make them give refunds.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
pay refunds for it.
Boy.
That release of Battlefield kind of reminded me of Fallout.
Yeah, big time.
The only thing that
So-
ever made me even a little bit interested in playing that game was when they showed the dude like doing the squirrel suit off the building, and you could see like all the fighting in real time around him, like people in like flying vehicles, and then as he got closer to the ground, people were driving and people were fighting like on foot and stuff too. And it all just looked awesome. But I was like, man,
Yeah.
there's just no way that game's gonna be any good.
I mean, we all wish it would, right? Like, that'd be amazing if it was. But
So I don't know. Maybe by the time it hits EA Play on Game Pass Ultimate, it'll be fixed and I can play it there.
We can talk about Game Pass games that are coming out in February. Anything that we're excited about?
I haven't even looked.
I'm looking at the list right now. There's several on here that are just throwaways, but like
I'll throw you away.
I'll throw you away. Like I know all three of us are excited about Crusader King 3.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And Frog Detective: The Entire Mystery. But there are a few on here that I'm actually kind of a little bit excited about. Actually, I downloaded Besiege. I've heard that's a really good like sandbox, almost like a totally accurate battle simulator style game.
Okay.
I think you'll love Besiege. Actually,
I downloaded it.
I've
I'm excited about it. I'm gonna try it out.
I've seen
Not
a lot
Peggle
of
Knights?
gameplay. Hold up, we got Peggle.
They're not tickling your fancy.
What'd you say
I'm
now?
about to
Peggle Knights.
fuck with that.
Peggle
Where's that
Knights.
at?
Where's that
Hold
at?
up,
It's brand
I'm
new,
about to-
brand new to EA
I'm
Play.
about to
Recently added.
download that shit.
Oh, so that's probably
Where
not
is
listed
this
on
at?
my little list.
Apparently, this Edge of Eternity game is supposed to be amazing. I'm not really a Japanese RPG guy, but
you hold up. We're not just breezing past Peggle Knights. Where the fuck
Yeah,
is this
no.
at?
Especially if my wife is listening right now, because she's
listen.
Both me and Caboose are excited about that.
I played the absolute fuck out of Peggle.
Dude,
I love me
what
some
have I
Peggle
done?
now.
Deployment to Afghanistan in 2009 or 2008, 2009, everyone was playing goddamn Peggle.
Oh, Jesus.
Insane.
Love
Just
me
a
some
group
Peggle.
of 200 soldiers on a plane, all playing Peggle. All you heard was the Blue Danube or whatever the song was that opens up the game. You're like, oh my god.
It's on.
There's Stalker 2, of course.
Man, I can't believe that game got bumped so far. April
December
the
8th,
fucking
man.
December.
Yeah. Oh, Atomic Heart. You guys heard or seen anything on that one?
Yeah, that game looks weird, but I'm here for it.
It looks weird, but it looks good. It's like if they could make BioShock weirder.
It's like hyper realistic textures and stuff, but the game itself is very like sci-fi and stuff. So all the stuff in it's really weird. So it's like this kind of an
like
odd
a
mashup.
steampunky kind of weird, mashup kind of game. Where to go? Dang it! Oh, Pigeon Simulator. Yep, I'm there for that one.
Right there next to Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
No, Goat Simulator can suck it. Pigeon Simulator. That's where it's at.
Yeah, Jesus.
But overall, the one that is on this list that I'm excited about, Sniper Elite 5.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yup.
there you go. They're
I can-
putting that Space Marine 2 in there as well. That got announced at Game Awards. When does that come out?
Me and Lane spent quite a amount of time on Sniper Elite 4. That was actually a very good game.
Agreed.
A very
There is
slept on
no-
game.
There's no
It just
release
says
date right now. It's
2022
just says
still.
2022. Yeah. But we'll see. It's at the end of the list for alphabetical and that reason. So,
There you go. All right.
oh yeah, and then of course Starfield November 11th. But yeah.
Yep, Starfield.
Yeah. So they apparently people are talking a little bit like internally about that game. So
Mhm.
like XCloud Tim Dog from the Real Deal Xbox podcast is pretty connected. Like you just know that after following him for a while. One of the things that still blows my mind is they had Aaron Greenberg, the head of marketing at Xbox, on their show, and like he wasn't there when they first opened everything up, and they were like, "Oh, we're just trying to figure out where Aaron's at, like see if he's in the like wrong chat or something, and to get him into the show." And Tim Dog was like, "Oh, you want me to text him? Like, just text him. No big deal."
Fair enough.
And so anyway, he was saying today, it was on Tuesday, it was the most recent show, but I listened to it today, and he was saying that apparently Starfield is like insane in every way. It's crazy, great looking, it's insane in scope. It's just
That's what
gonna
everybody
be
said
a
about
badass,
Cyberpunk.
crazy game.
Wait,
What said
Lane,
what?
That's what everybody said about Cyberpunk when it came out, before it came out. All these marketers and publicists and critics saying, "Oh, it's the biggest game and 10 years. They've been working on it so long. It's just so in depth. It's amazing. It's huge. It's beautiful." And then we get the potato that we got.
It is every ounce, all of those things. It
You haven't
just
seen it
released broken. And they
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
and they shouldn't have done
Sorry.
that.
no, talking about Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about. My bad.
Oh, you think I was talking about Starfield?
I thought you were talking Starfield. Like, it is all those things and more. Like, Jeff's gonna die on this hill.
Stream immediately pops up with gameplay. He's like, I've played it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Mountaintop. It is beautiful.
We'd have a lot more of the two people in here watching. If I could show
Goddamn right we
fucking
would.
Starfield gameplay.
That'd be insane.
So,
Well, real quick before I jump off here, because I have an early morning.
yeah, I got
Same.
crashed
Lang,
too.
if you haven't done it yet, Generation Zero has an update, 28 gigs,
Oh Lord.
and if you guys have the time, sit down and watch Hitmonkey on Hulu.
Mm.
Oh, I did see
It
that
is-
pop up.
It is something fierce, man.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, very anime. Not something I expected to be on Hulu at all.
There's something else Star Wars
Did you guys like
or
Invincible?
Marvel related. I loved
it.
Invincible. Yeah.
Super good. I thought so too.
I am awaiting season 2 patiently.
Yeah.
I think that'll be one of the only shows that I go back to like recap and watch again to keep up with what happens.
Yeah, because I ain't reading a graphic novel. Not about that.
All right. Well, Lang, I'm only starting with you because you're first on my screen. I added your little fuck Facebook page over there too, so you can go and say that now. Go ahead and tell people where they can find you and where they can follow you at.
No. They can find me at the Conasto. You can find me on Twitch, Langatang, with an E in the middle, as presented.
I put it in.
I know.
He put it there.
I know he did. I saw it. I approved it. And I thanked him for it. But Olangutan on Twitch, Olangutan on Xbox, and Olangutan Gaming on Facebook. And of course, you can find our podcast here on Three Mo Bros on Facebook as well. We need to promote that a little more too.
Oh, then
We
it goes
do have
to
that.
it goes to Facebook.
Yeah,
I
we
have
have
it.
Three Mo
I have
Bros
it.
on
Yeah,
Facebook.
we have a Three Mo Bros Facebook
Oh,
page.
that page. Yeah. I'll put that on there too. I just gotta move everything down again.
We could probably start a Twitch or a Twitter page too, but I refuse to have Twitter on my phone.
Yeah, that's all on
Tweeters.
Apple.
It's literally the
Tweeter.
best, most toxic place ever for gaming talk. I
No, I'll
I
tell you
live
what's
it
the most
daily.
toxic place. I just logged into the Three Mo Bros Facebook page, and it's the only notification we have on there is that Three Mo Bros didn't get any new likes this week. It's like, shut up, a-hole.
It notifies me with like all the memes that I have, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to share this to your other page?" Like, I don't think Three Robos needs to know about my Savage Squad
No, they don't.
memes.
Good Lord, no. It's bad
Oh.
enough we know about it.
Go ahead, Boost.
Yeah.
Who also replaced your O's with zeros.
You did. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
welcome.
Even though no one
You're
will ever
welcome.
find me on any of my social media links because I refuse to use them.
I just put Twitch and Xbox up there.
That's all I have.
That's all we need.
That's all I need, bro.
That
I'm
is
there.
everything.
So whatever you
All
guys
right.
see on the page, you might be able to occasionally catch me with Lang when he is streaming.
That is true. Asterisk as well.
I should do that with you guys more often.
Asterisk, where can people find you?
Oh my god, this big ass.
Oh, we can find
shit.
you.
So I'm mostly kicking it
Reddit.
on Twitter at Asterisk Gaming. This YouTube channel here is also Asterisk Gaming. Twitch Asterisk, Xbox Asterisk, because I refuse to pay to change my gamer tag on Xbox. And then PSN is Asterisk Gaming.
Fantastic.
Well, you guys, thanks for being here. If you liked what you heard, click that like button, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell so you know when we go live. Thank you
Like
for
and subscribe.
coming back on the playback and listening to us later on if you're not catching us live. We love doing this.
We're happy
and,
to have everyone here.
Like I said at the beginning, we're going to try to be here on Thursdays around 9 every week. Except for my stupid ass
Eventually,
schedule,
sometime in the
couple
near
Thursdays in a row.
2023, we will have a set schedule figured out.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll change 12 times. So I appreciate
Thursdays
you
turn into
fellas.
Tuesdays.
Stay safe, and we'll see you. Probably not next week because I start my Thursdays, but maybe we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do something else.
Yeah,
We'll find it out.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Take care of each other out there.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
You too, man. And everybody. Bye.